This is a goodbye to my Aprilia RSV4. This is my 2019 Aprilia RSV4RF1100 factory. Aprilia is actually the only brand of motorcycle that I've owned 3 over the years. I've had 2 Harleys, 2 BMWs. I rode whatever choppers I had in the shop, but Aprilia I've had 3 of, including my very first sports bike. After 15 years of riding Harleys and choppers, that old 2000 RSV was like being handed the keys to a spaceship. I instantly fell in love with it, from the Italian styling once I gave it a proper paint job, the performance, the braking, the handling, everything about it, the sound and the torque of that V-twin in it, which is very different than a V-twin in like Harley chopper world, but I just love that bike. And unlike the i4 cookie cutter Japanese bikes of the time, that Aprilia had character. I'm not sure how else to say it besides in the same way that a Harley has character, the Aprilia had character. And even the group on the forum, the AF1 forum, it was just a different character to these people. So I really, for being a first sport bike and being kind of new, everything was there, supportive. The AF1 racing guys back in Texas were great because I was living in Florida at the time as far as getting parts and stuff. So just really grew in the sport bike world on that Aprilia, including my first trip to the Dragon, where I sent it off the side of a mountain within 40 minutes of getting there. But I still rode it all weekend and just had a blast on that thing. Once I moved back to San Antonio, I got to meet the guys at AF1 Racing, which is back when they were in New Braunfels, not Austin yet, and just a good bunch of down-to-earth guys. There's no snobby sales approach or anything, just guys having fun with bikes, from the sales guys to the guys working on it in the back. And so I had this local support, which made it even more appealing to have one. After that bike got a little long in the tooth, I sold that and I moved to an S1K for a few years, and then eventually got back on an 18 Aprilia RSV4RF1100. And again, loved that bike. It was so much more advanced than the old 2000 RSV I'd had. It was powerful, it sounded great, now a V4 sound instead of the V-twin, and more electronics. It was just an awesome bike. And I quickly took it to the Rocky Mountains, let it run loose up there, which is what it's made for, had a blast. And then getting back here with 2,300 miles on it, I took it deer hunting in the hill country north of Boerne, got a 7-point buck with it, totaled the bike. But because I survived what should have been a fatal wreck, I celebrated by going out and buying this bigger, faster 19 RSV4RF1100. So this is a one-owner bike that I bought brand new in 19. It's just an amazing machine. It's I think 217 horsepower, 1100 cc V4. So it sounds awesome, it performs awesome. It's got all the APRC electronics, from ABS brakes to traction control, launch control, even cruise control on a sport bike, which kind of surprised me. And I have several videos about the bike. One of them is on the dash controls. I'll post links to all these in the description below, so you can see all the features it does have. Before I picked it up, I also asked them to install the tail tidy and the little charging port over here, which they did. And I also have a passenger seat for it, not just the cap that comes here. In addition to all the great stock features this bike has, I also did some modifications. I already had the BST wheels ordered for the 1000RR before it. Once the deer took care of that bike, fortunately these wheels fit on this bike, so as soon as the tires were burned off, I installed the BST wheels. I also installed at that time a lighter weight 520 chain and sprockets, and I've got one of those, what is it called, ultralight or something, rear sprockets, and I also put a lightweight rear rotor on it. Up front, I installed a tinted zero gravity Corsa shield for it. Me being a little taller, that kind of helps guide the air up and over. I've got the black levers that I put on when I installed the RCS 19 on this. It has a Valentine 1 Gen 2 mounted through a stem mounted ram mount, It also has the Mark Parnes visual indicators as well, because when you're riding, sometimes you can't see the face of the V1, so this gives you a better view. I installed the little USB port down here for power, but the Valentine is hardwired. I put my own branding graphics on it. It's got the F11 for factory 1100. It's got the Y-Chrome X and the No Limits, No Regrets down here. And I put the Italian colors strips along the belly like you might see on some of the Lambos. I think this is the only year that the suspension is the manual Öhlins for the factories. And so it not only has those, which are some people consider more desirable, it also has the springs, both rear and I changed out the front springs for, say, a 210-pound person like me, which I had to do to get the suspension to handle well, but now it handles like a dream. And again, I'll put links to whatever mods I've done in the description below so you can see that if you want, including the one on doing an oil change. I've done my own oil changes on this with Aprilia filter and oil kits that they sell. And then I've just had AF1 do the reset on the light for the service. This bike has been absolutely rock solid, thoroughly impressed with it. The water pump, when I first got it, the water pump was dicey. AF1 replaced that. It was under warranty, of course, because I just bought it. Replaced that and haven't had a lick of issue with anything since then. There's been no time that it wouldn't start or had any kind of glitches or weird stuff. It's been just rock solid. It's never been on a track. It's never been laid down or in any kind of incident. All the panels are original, minus the graphics, of course, on it. Right now it has 11,385 miles, and it'll have probably another 100 by the time I get it up to Austin. The bike has been ridden primarily in the hill country right here in Texas, going back and forth between Austin and San Antonio. Ridden around San Antonio, just out locally. I also took it to Colorado a few years ago and turned it loose in the Rocky Mountains. Just can't say enough good about how it performs and how much fun that was to drive it out there. I had it up at like the 12,000 foot in Trail Ridge doing over 100 mile an hour on those no guardrail roads. Rode like a dream. On the pass between Estes Park and the dam store, I think I clocked 132 for a max speed and averaged over 60 in that 25 miles or whatever. Unfortunately, at the bottom where I was not paying attention because I was checking my max speed on the computer, I got a red and blue light show. They clocked me going 88 mile an hour, which shot me into the future in a time where I had to hire a lawyer to make that all go away. As much as I absolutely love this bike, with being terminal, with heart failure, I'm, for one, trying to kind of clean out the house a little bit just to make it easier for family later. Secondly, as far as sport bikes go, I can no longer do track days. And again, this hasn't been on a track, but I had the S1K out on it, but I can't do track days. I can't haul this to the mountains and ride out there because there's no oxygen. So my sport bike days are unfortunately kind of done at this point. Just one more thing I have to accept being in the past. So I don't get to ride this as much as I'd like to. I have the big space freighter out there and I kind of use that for what I need at this point. So I kind of have to let it go. But if you're willing to give this bike a good home and treat it the way it should and actually be able to enjoy it more than I've been able to, I'll put the information below for how to go about purchasing it. Most likely what will happen is it'll be at AF1 Racing on consignment through Brendan Napier up there. But I'll put all that information in the description below. It'd make any non-jockey sized rider, someone more like my size, a great bike. Whether you want to ride on the streets, you've got the radar and everything already set up. If you want to take it as a track bike, you've got the manual Öhlins front and back and just amazing performance on it with the BST wheels already lightening things up and a little bit improved handling and everything that way as well. So it's just, can't say enough good about the bike. Reliable, styling, sound, everything about this is just makes it an incredible bike. So thanks to Aprilia for making an awesome bike. Thanks to the guys at AF1 Racing for the support over the years in terms of sales and support, parts, service, and everything. The members on the forum that have been just a great bunch of guys as well. And thanks and goodbye to my old friend. If you haven't done so, please click the link below to subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and let's live for today.